it's a bit difficult to run Smash Magazine, yes. I mean, we are trying to, at the moment, or last year it was really difficult in the end of the year because we had so many things going on. It was a lot of stress and many deadlines, and it was really difficult to come up with all this and also have personal life at the same time. So we really tried, personally I tried to make a clear separation between private life and work. So I have some work hours, and if I do not manage to get work done in these hours, then it just is not done until the next day. It's really important because last year I didn't do that, for instance, and I ended up sitting and working at night because just some things had to be done until some point, and I wanted them to be done as quickly as possible because I'm kind of a man who doesn't like things floating around on the table. I need things to be done, and I'm also very demanding when it comes to work or when it comes to myself. So it's really important to find this border where when you can just switch off the lights and go somewhere else. So it's not easy because you actually run the business and you need to take care of it, and if you doesn't, then you don't have anything anymore, right? But it's really important, and if you have something critical to solve or to take care of, then you need to sit nights and work on it. But you also need to have this limit. Well, it's very easy, and it's just as it started in 2006. So I'm taking care of editorial. So I'm editor-in-chief, and all the articles which are published in Smash Magazine go through me and through our editors as well. And so I'm making sure that we have a nice schedule. We know we have some articles. I'm also running communication with writers, and we discuss new topics, and then I suggest new ideas or maybe some improvements for the articles that we already have. And then the articles are revised, and therefore many writers hate me, because this revision cycle can go through 5-7 loops, and then in the end writers are really disappointed, or maybe they don't like the way it works because they need to do more and more and more, and I'm more and more demanding all the time. So, but in the end it turns out that the results pretty well, most of the time, pretty good, most of the time. Sometimes I do mistakes, everybody does them, but this is the reason why we, for instance, have experts panel, and we have experts all around the world helping us evaluate articles. Now, Sven Lennartz is basically taking care of financial things, so he runs a business in terms of what needs to be paid and this financial calculations and so on. But he also takes care of the German magazine, which is Dr. Web, and this is, well, in general, division or separations that we still have at the moment. So it was like this 2-3 years ago. It hasn't changed much since then. Okay, well, we try to be very flexible, and we want to try to make the quality work. And quality work means that you are not under pressure, to have enough time to develop your ideas. So it's important for us that we do not have this really restrictive time frame where you need to be there in the office at 9 and you need to go at 16 or 17. Instead, we are more, you come whenever you want, or you can work at home as well. It doesn't really matter. The most important thing is that the work is done. And so sometimes I come at 9, sometimes I come at 11, or I don't come at all. Well, it just depends on how things are moving. If I want to, for instance, if we have a creative phase where we need to develop some new ideas, or we need to brainstorm, then we can meet in the pub, or just eat a pizza and discuss something. It works as well, and you don't have to be in the office. And usually I do not sit in the office at night, so we are all more like, you can have internet access everywhere, so it's not that important that you sit in the office. But of course you should not work at night. we don't have really competitors, you know. So of course we have these blogs who are doing more or less the same what we do, but it's not competitor. But they're not really competitors. They are more, to be honest, they are more like friends, because we support them all the time. They support us all the time, and we all contribute to the community to make it a more interesting and useful place for all designers and developers worldwide. So we do not have something like a marketing strategy to be more successful than other blogs, but we do have a strategy to be successful, of course. Yeah, so we see that there are some things going on that we don't get as much attention as we used to have. Not in terms of traffic, traffic is perfect, but because there are so many blogs who are doing more or less the same what we did over the last 2 years, it becomes a bit difficult to be unique. And over the last 5-6 months we did a lot to become unique, and we are doing it right now as well, where we publish really more elevated articles, more articles that take much more time to prepare, to write and edit, and which also have more substance. And yes, no question about that. We used to do a lot of lists and roundups, and it was not a good idea for Smashing Magazine. It was a great idea for Smashing Magazine, because we gained a lot of traffic, no question about that. But right now, to do something like this would be a failure, would be a mistake, because it is important to us that Smashing Magazine stays the #1 resource for web designers, and it has to have more than just lists, and it has to be more substance, and it has to be respected. That's what we are aiming for, and it has to have a good reputation worldwide. It's very important to us, and this is a core statement of our marketing strategy, if we have one. To be honest, I'm trying to avoid telling people what I do, because most people, well, I'm 25 at the moment, and I just finished studying computer science and mathematics, and some of my friends are still studying, so they know what I'm doing, but I don't like people looking up to me. I don't like people looking down to me. It's more like I like people talking to me. It's kind of better, you know what I'm saying, because for some reason, if you start to well, show off or something, it never comes well. If you start to be too shy, it also doesn't come well. So in general, I try to just persist or remain my connections as they are, and people who are important to me know what I'm doing. People who do not know me, actually they don't have to know me. If they are not interested, then first of all, I'd like people to be interested in my personality, not what I do. Which is why, if I'm asked what am I doing, I'm saying I'm writing articles or designing websites. It's enough. Well, at the moment we do have on advertising, and we have a lot of bills, and I must confess we are not rich people. So we're not making thousands of euros going in our pockets every month. We have a lot of expenses, and we also have a new office now, and we have well, many things are running. It's not like dreamland here, and Smashing Magazine is incredibly rich and does nothing all the time and just pays some authors, writers, and it's done. It doesn't work like this. We actually needed the book in order to, first of all, create some product for our branding, because Smashing Book, well, exists online, and not many people know about it, and we wanted to make it more physical as well. And then we also decided that financial support would be not bad, first of all because we have so many projects going on. One of them is a Smashing network, which will be developed further in this year. We have many interesting ideas where people can, how should I put it, where people can participate and more actively on our website. So, but I don't think that I should tell more at the moment. But
Okay.
new features are coming soon, and we're developing it, and we're very excited about how it will be developed in the future. But this year, we have some nice plans. So
Nice.
you better stay tuned.